Good evening, truck and tractor pool fans. We're a little late this evening. That's my fault. Apologize for that. So anyway, we got no Kendra tonight. Kendra is dining with family. We'll leave it at that. I guess something like that. But anyway, we got Nicole with us tonight. She's going to take care of the great big weekend she had at Fallen Grove, Pennsylvania. And I basically just told her I'll leave it to you to read what results you want to read. So I know there was 20 plus classes or something like that, she said. So up to her what she wants to read. And we got Duante Beast, who's become a regular face here. And he's going to cover a couple of the interstate stuff for Kendra, who's not here. You know we're going to give her hell about that. But it's all good. And he's got 2 nights of the Firecracker 300 results for a couple of interstate classes. And I'm going to take care of Boonsboro first off. And then I'm going to shut my app and let them rock and roll with their stuff. And of course, we got some upcoming events. Big weekend of pulling for interstate truck and tractor pullers coming up. So East Coast is off this weekend. So what's going on, Dwayne?
Not too much. How's everybody else doing? I'm a little bit.
I'm happy I only had 2 shows this week.
I'm a little bit down. A little bit down. I drove 2.5 hours to go see a pull this weekend, and I went a day early. And oh, you got to be kidding me! Sorry. Drove 2.5 hours to go watch a pull this weekend, and knew that the weather didn't look very cooperative, and the pool got canceled. And believe it or not, it poured. It was nasty. So
yeah, it poured at Boonsboro too. Trust me. Who did it pour?
Otherwise, I'm doing well. Doing well.
Yeah. Chat's starting to get alive here a little bit, Craig, and Hot Wheels, the Collector Man, and Chris Smith. How do? Yeah. Happy 4th of July coming up tomorrow. So be smart when you're out enjoying your holiday, if you will. So, but anyway, all right. I guess we'll just get going here. Yeah, we had 6 classes slated for Saturday night at Boonsboro, and the weather was beautiful. It was warm, but we had a nice breeze, enough to keep the sweat knocked off of you pretty good. Of course, that wind usually leads to dangerous things later on. So when it rains in the area. But anyway, we got most of the pool in. I will say that we got all but 1 class in. So we'll go ahead and get kicking off here with the 7,500-pound modified tractors. And dagnabbit, we still again only got 3 tractors to show up. Taking a win, Lynn Brookhart with Radio Reactor at 282.62. Jason McKenzie was second with Never Satisfied at 264.08. And Phil Jones is back with the Attitude Adjuster, triple Chevy powered machine, at 221.64. Of course, there was a tractor that was at the first event that got rained out. It's in Canada. That particular driver's in Canada, so pulling for another organization right now. Go ahead.
I was watching some of those videos, and I actually recognized the starting flagger.
Yeah, he's a geek. He's a geek, but he got the job done, I guess.
I didn't recognize the finish line flagger, though. I wasn't sure who that was.
Well, we had Scott Jones.
Was
flagging, but he was
else.
And training was Mike Mills has a son, Mikey Mills, and that's who is going through some training courses there. So yeah, did a good job. Looking forward to working with him. Yep.
I remember Mike Mills from my classic photos. The same Mike Mills, right?
Yeah, same Mike Mills, Gary Mills' boy.
Yep.
Yeah, Mikey was the oldest of the 3 kids of Gary's, and of course Mike did a lot of driving when he became of age with the single turbine one to go. But, yeah, Mikey's a good guy. He's one of our board of directors people. So, he's wealth of knowledge, many years, and that was his son that was flagging.
Good deal.
Okay. After that, we had the 7,800-pound East Coast diesel 4-wheel drive trucks, and taking the win was James Barter with the Barter Turbo Service Ford. at 334.14. Second was Carl Ankiewicz with Living on the Edge, 332.46. Let's see. Third was Norman Newswanger with Chapter 11 at 328.66. See, if Kendra was here, she could have read this class. See, but oh, Kendra's not here tonight. So I got to read Norman.
She didn't want to read it because Norm wasn't in first place. That's her problem. Just kidding.
Oh boy, I ain't touching it. You get her fired up enough, she'll always show up and chat.
I don't know. It might turn
I'm
into a
just kidding.
fist fight at the next one. No,
Nah,
just kidding.
Nah. Fourth place, Tom Hassler with the Twisted Addiction Ford at 322.98, and that Ford is Ford through and through, under the hood, et cetera, et cetera. So, fifth was Jeremy Denson with Two Disturbed at 322.95, and sixth was Kervin Zimmerman with the Outlaw, the GMC. I guess GMC or GMC 287.63, and man, that thing had a lunge and a bounce, bad.
Mm-hmm.
He drove through it best he could. Ended up in sixth place. Unfortunately,
my understanding
hang in there,
was,
Kervin.
Yeah, my understanding was that he tried to he made some changes to try to get rid of the hop, and it magnified it, so it didn't work.
And I watched the same thing a couple of years ago with Tommy Hassler, and it just, it happens. Mm-hmm. It happens, but we appreciate Kervin hanging in there and running with us this year. So it's pretty cool. Next up was the 20,000-pound Unlimited Pro Stock Semis, and no stranger to the winner's circle. Hank Oster with the Scrapper at 328.64 took the win. Second was Matt Hurst with the Inconvenience Freightliner at 318.62. Third was Albert Brown with Back in Black. I got a story about that. It's funny. 298.97. Fourth was Dale Malinzak with the Big Mo at 297.62. Fifth, Dave Greek with Pressure Time at 284.09. And rounding out the class of six was Ellie Streaker with the Dark Horse, a Freightliner with a Detroit at 188.94. Albert Brown called yesterday and asked me, being you were starting line flagger, there was a loud noise when he was leaving the line.
Oh, no.
And he said, did you hear that? And I said, honestly, no. I don't. There's so many things going through. You got to, I'm watching the sled, make sure the box get ready to come forward, blah, 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 make sure nothing else is going on. But yeah, I should have, but I didn't hear it. Okay. So, but I told him I would go back and look through the video, and I would get a hold of Mike as well, who was filming, Mike Walker. And I also sent a message to Brian Yeager, who was the announcer. And I listened to it a couple times, and it sounded like PA feedback to me through the PA system. And Brian said it was a good possibility that it was, and because he had a wireless mic with no on-off switch, and plus Kelly that was working with him was having trouble with headsets as well, so they were getting some feedback. And Mike told me while he was filming that he heard a few times that there was a squealing feedback.
That's crazy.
So I called Albert back and go ahead.
That's crazy that Albert actually heard that.
Oh, it's on the video. You can't miss it.
Yeah, with everything going on, you'd think that they're focused on their engine and all of that, but to hear something crazy.
Yeah, he heard it. He heard it in the video when he watched it online.
Oh, he heard it. Okay.
Yeah, he heard it on mine, and also on
they do one too.
Becky's video, and he was filming on the other side of the track.
Davies. Is that Becky?
I'm sorry.
Pulling with the Davies?
No, it's Brian Marston's mother-in-law that does the filming as well. She does filming too. And it was on her video as well. And I got to call him back and say, hey, as soon as I heard it, I was pretty sure after a couple times I heard it, it was PA feedback. It just had that certain, like, wow, squeal to it, And it didn't happen to anybody else's vehicle, which was a little peculiar. But Mike said he did hear it a few times during the evening. So
let's see.
We're pretty sure that Albert's truck's okay. So anyway, next up the Weimer Fuel and Turbo Super Stock Pro Stock Tractors got it right this time. And man, taking the win with a monster run. Davey Moore with one more deer, 349.48. Man, head and tails above the class. Second was his sister Tara Moore-Brittner with more agitation at 315.10. Third, Kevin Windsor with six-shooter at 308.12. Fourth, Steve Beckley with Up in Smoke at 283.55. And rounding out the class, Tom Beggar with the Patriot at 248.83. And Tommy had a little bit of fire under the hood coming up the track and stuff, so the run was obviously stopped short. So, unfortunately for them. And then the final class that actually got the run, in a tough break for Alan Lynch for 2 runs. I mean, this happened to him a couple of years ago, I guess, in Bel Air. Same thing happened to him. He got caught with a wet track, and it had rained right before the hot farms were ready to start. And of course, we took a break and scratched the track, and Alan was first hook, and there was not much hook there. And they, as the class went on, it quickly come to fruition, and everything was working good. But Alan dropped the last hook in the class, and guess what? It started pouring rain. He made an attempt. But unfortunately for Alan, he was got dealt a bad card. Unfortunately, by Mother Nature, taking a win, Ray Norris, and this is the ABC York 466 hot farm. We did split the points since Tommy has to pull in the downpour. Yes, same for the hot farms. Okay, so they split the points.
So rain points.
And that's correct. Tara did correct me. It actually started pouring rain when Tommy was hooking in the Super Pros.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yes, seeing the flagman was just standing there acting like it wasn't raining.
Let's pick on JR night. Wow. Not that I don't deserve it sometimes, but anyway.
I was watching.
Thank you for that, Tara. Yes.
I was watching the fire out of Bedgar's, the Patriot, watching that fire. Soon after he left the line, he already had fire wisping out the side of the side panel.
Yeah, quite a bit out the blow by too.
Yeah.
But anyway, to round out the night before we obviously got monsooned, was the ABC York 10,500 pound 466 hot farm tractors. Of course, we heard the Alan Lynch story, unfortunately. But taking the win was Ray Norris with Pack and Heat at 339.02. Second was Brian Morrison with the Shed Shaker at 331.41. Third was Nick Morrison with Toxic, 327.30. Those two are cousins, not brothers. Fourth was Tyree Cable, a new tractor called After Hours 2 at 322.32. And, man, what an impressive showing. First time out in competition with that tractor. The chassis and sheet metal came from Iowa, from a puller here that used to help Randy Devon years ago, Justin Hopkins. He is building a new light pro tractor, and the Cables bought that tractor from him. So, nice ride. I look for great things out of that tractor. Fifth was Doug Heyman with Bulls Binder at 319.93. Sixth, Luke Gladhill with the Weapon X John Deere at 317.11. Seventh was Paul Richardson with the Venomous Alice Chalmers at 306.08. Eighth was Paul Richardson again with the Buzzard Bait. That's an Oliver at 294.14. I seen something pop up. I'll read it in a minute. Yeah.
I made him stop.
Ninth was Alan Lynch with Betting on Green at 293.71. And rounding out the class was Ray Norris with Well Armed at 162.46. Obviously had an injector problem. I think there's some other issues going on with that tractor. But Ray will be fixed up here soon. And back on the track, yes, all that hair, JR cannot feel the rain. Yes, I could. I was soaked for 2 hours going home, too. I went back up to help Mike get all the video equipment packed up real quick because it was pouring. Umbrella was just big enough to keep everything dry until I got over there to start packing stuff away. And guess where all the moisture off the umbrella ran?
Mm-hmm. Right down
my back and further. I'll leave it at that. So, but anyway, we got 5 classes in. It was a good show. So, great crowd. Always a great crowd there. So,
when you're track official and you're on the track and it starts raining, unfortunately, you're stuck there until everything's safe because it's your job. You can't just duck and run because you don't want to get wet.
That's right. And unfortunately, the modified 4x4 trucks were rained out, and I believe there was 11 of them there. So, but all in all, good show. And we'll be back in Boonsboro next year, I'm sure. So, we're done with Boonsboro for this year, I believe. If I'm not correct, I'm sure Tara will be more than happy to correct me. Actually, I got the schedule in front of me.
The full unabridged schedule.
Now I don't see it back on here. I thought there was another event, but my bad. I'm sorry. You guys, I'll let you all figure out. We'll discuss upcoming pools here shortly. But we want to go ahead and you two pick who wants to go next. That's fine with me.
It don't matter.
All right. If
It's all you, Duante.
On
Next year,
Friday night.
Okay.
Friday
Next year
night,
we'll be back in Boonsboro next year. Okay, I'll shut up now. Go ahead, Dwayne.
good deal. Yeah, I just seen Tara posted that. Friday night, June the 29th, there was 2 classes from Interstate at the Firecracker 300. The first class I have here is the 4500 4x4 small block. In first place was Travis Utsi with the Stomper, had a 302.68. In second place was Austin Stoner driving Analyze This. He had a 299.72. In third place was Dennis Stoner driving a Ford called Making Tracks. He had a 299.56. In fourth place was Jared Stoner driving Silverback with a 295.72. In fifth place was Brandon Varner driving Mountain Maniac. He had a 291.50. In sixth place was Tyler Shives driving the Bootlegger. He had a 290.77. In seventh place was Dennis Shives driving a Chevy called Alcohol. He had a 288.60. In eighth place was Derek Dice with a Dodge called Mopar Magic, had a 283.03.
Alcohol abuse.
Alcohol abuse, okay. In ninth place was Sam Hassler driving the Junkyard Dog. He had a 281.33. In 10th place was Chris Utsi with a One Bad Bow Tie, had a 277.77. The other class, Interstate class, was there on Friday night at the Firecracker 300 was a 8500 mod turbo. In first place was Lauren Smith driving Moody Blue, had a 331.98, which is a monster run. In second place was Nathan Graham driving Blue Reaper. He had a 314.50. In third place was Scott Kiskaden with Bleeding Blue, had a 313.08. In fourth place was Eddie Acker on the Bull Ride, had a 305.86. In fifth place was Jason Forrester with Papa Smurf. He had a 305.16. In sixth place was Jason Malott on Dr. LZ with a 304.56. In seventh place was Steve Beckley with Up in Smoke, had a 303.99. In eighth place was Brad Peters with the Outcasts, had a 299.98. In ninth place was Jason Malott with Z Unit. He had a 298.43. In 10th place was Eric Hickel driving Poverty Case, had a 279.40. In 11th place was Kayla Graham driving Billet Blue, had a 210.43. So that was the interstate classes on Friday night. On Saturday night, they had the same 2 classes again, which would have been June the 30th. The 4500 4x4 small block. In first place was Jared Stoner with Silverback. He had a 325.47. In second place was Austin Stoner with Analyze This. He had a 313.51. In third place was Travis Utsi with One Bad Bow Tie. He had a 312.12. In fourth place was Dennis Stoner driving Making Tracks with a 310.42. In fifth place was Derek Dice driving Mopar Magic. He had a 300.31. In sixth place was Brandon Varner in the Mountain Maniac. He had a 300.13. In seventh place was Tyler Shives with the Bootlegger. He had a 299.75. In eighth place was Sam Hassler with a Junkyard Dog, and he had a 299.24. In ninth place was Dennis Shives with the Alcohol Addiction, with a 298.55. And in 10th place was Travis Utzi with the Stomper. He had a 288.44. Then 8500 Mod Turbo again on Saturday night, June the 30th. In first place was Nathan Graham with a Blue Reaper. He had a 312.38. In second place was Jason Millot on Dr. LZ, had a 306.38. In third place was Kayla Graham driving Billet Blue. She had a 398.51. In fourth place was Scott Kiskadden on Bleeding Blue. He had a 293.67. In fifth place was Forrest Kemp on Z Unit with a 291.11. In sixth place was Jason Forrester driving Papa Smurf. He had a 275.17. Seventh place was Eddie Ocker on the Bull Ride. He had a 272.28. In eighth place was Brad Peters with the Outcasts with a 267.20. And Logan Smith on Moody Blue was DQ'd. So that is all I have for Interstate for this past weekend. So now I guess it's Nicole's turn.
Great.
All you.
No, thanks. Saturday night at Fawn Grove, we did the 15,000 farm stock class. First was John Mackey with 252.90. Justin Walls at 238.65. Kyle Johnson at 224.04. And Kerry Baum Jr. was 205.41. We moved into trucks. Yes, we had antiques before then, but we're not going to bore with all those details. Street legal gas was Bruce Bull of 286.24, Doug Moyer 281.74, Colby O'Rourke 261.69, Derek Gordon 261.18. Those four also ran the modified gas. It was Bruce in first with 288.16, Doug at 280.20. Derek Gordon, 275.13, and Colby was 252.42. Street diesels, we had three. Tristan Marston, 260.34. Mike Dixon, 249.47. Mike Hatcher was 231.85. We ran a jackpot class with all the trucks. Was Doug Moyer in 265.80. Bruce was 263.97. Derek Gordon was 258.39. We also did a run with your brung class. Mike Dixon, 264.67, and Adam Vallis, 133.09. We had the semis. We had two of them signed up for the work stock. One of them left, didn't want to wait all day. So we had Frank Heilman at 265.99. Super Street semi, as well as the semi jackpot, was Harry Dayhoff, 288.74, and then his jackpot was 309.69. Altogether, we had 79 hooks on Saturday night before the rain hit. We were completely done before the rain started.
That's
Nice.
awesome.
Nice.
Wow. 79 hooks. Jeez. That's it?
That's it. I mean, I'm not doing them antiques today.
Why not?
There's too many of them.
How about the winners? Can you do that maybe?
I can do top three.
Okay. That works.
Top three.
You got to give them some love too.
No, they don't need it. They'll be okay.
I
They
didn't
want
say
some. They want public. They want some public recognition.
it.
No, because it's very disappointing when my son got DQ'd a lot.
Oh
Uh-oh.
no! Too fast. He was too fast.
Yeah, we even had a speed board, and he still went over the speed.
Well, he needs to cool his jets a little bit.
She got so mad she sent him out of the country. She was so mad at him.
Exactly. Send him to Ireland.
Send him on vacation.
Yeah, he's actually on a field trip through school.
Oh,
Comes back
nice.
next Wednesday. 4,500 pound class, the 6 mile an hour. We had 7 of them. Terry Farmer was 228.71. Mark Minnick Sr. 209.04. Third place was Jason Talley out of Cecil County, 196.33. We had 2 DQs in that class, one of which would have been second place, which was my lovely child. 45 open, we had Terry Farmer, 238.27. Devin was 215.61. 47.50, 6 mile an hour jackpot. We had 7 of them in that class. Terry Farmer, 225.63. Amanda Ekman, 218.12. Devin was 216.51. We had 1 in the 47.50 open jackpot. Terry Farmer, 228.55. 55, 6 mile an hour. We had 10 of them. Mark Minnick was 241.54. Amanda Ekman, 236.02. Chad Arnold was 233.90. 57.50 jackpot, 6 mile an hour was Jared Eldridge, 223.03. Bubby Ekman, 213.75. Chad was 224.74 with a DQ. 65, 6 mile an hour, 8 in the class. Chad Arnold, 241.64. Jared Eldridge, 231.56. Matt Decker, 226.17. 7,500 pound class, 6 mile an hour, 8 in the class. Chad Arnold with 251.45. Randy Johnson, 251.20. Justin Walls, 248.44. 75 open, we had Mike Dixon, 230.7. 10-5, 6 mile an hour, we had 1. 207.59, that was Kyle Johnson. The 12,500 pound jackpot class, that was also kind of the same ones we had in the 15,000 farm stock. They all just kept bouncing around. John Mackey, 263.52. Justin Walls, 232.11. Kyle Johnson, 224.82. Charlie Bush, 192.61. We had 2 exhibitions in the 12.5. Jimmy Decker was 241.21. Dawson Dayhoff was 239.29. 12.5 open was John Mackey, 239.04. Charlie Bush was 193.67. That was all for Saturday. That was the top 3 in Saturday.
Gotcha. Awesome. A lot of hooks.
It was.
John Mackey coming in and kicking some butt from Cecil County. How about
He's
that?
back and going the trophies.
Yeah. Yeah. Good deal. That's cool. That sounds like it's going to be an up and growing deal over there at Fallen Grove. So
yeah, we were actually talking about it and already have things booked and ready to go for next year.
There you go. Fallen Grove is the place. Check it out, folks. Put it on your bucket list.
They were really appreciative of having Brian as our sled operator. He got many, many compliments throughout the whole night. He took it easy on the peaks. He didn't drop that pan hard on them. They all loved it, and we said we want him for next year.
Yeah, Brian's a good guy. Absolutely. Yep. Very good.
That's cool.
Perfect. What do you think, Dwayne?
Yeah. I think that Brian's one of our A-team sled operators.
Mm-hmm.
He came in at 2 a.m. Saturday morning with the sled.
Oh, wow. And you were there to greet him?
Oh, no, I was.
I'm sure he pulled in and went to sleep. So
he did.
Yeah, that's cool. Good deal. Okay, well, with that said, we got plenty of pools coming up. Nicole, you have anything you want to discuss about coming up, like next Friday, maybe, or?
Yeah. Next Friday we have we got the Mason-Dixon Fair along with the Pull Off Productions. We'll be running our farm stock 13,000 pound class, our stock diesel class, and both of our Super Street and Work Street semi classes will run next Friday.
Okay, and you also have an antique pool at the fair too.
Yes, that'll be Thursday night from 3,000 up to 15,500.
Okay.
And when you say hour, where are the rules for those classes?
They would be on the Mason-Dixon pages.
Okay. Okay.
On Facebook.
Yep.
Okay. Dwayne,
Cool.
you got anything coming up?
Yeah. Let me. I thought
Gosh, we're
you
only
were.
at 31 minutes, so we're going to be almost done.
Let me see here. That is on July the 12th, like Nicole said there, the Pull Off Productions is going to be partnering with is going to be having some of their classes at Mason-Dixon, and those classes will be Pro Street Gas, 2.6 Pro Street, 3.0 Limited Pro, Run What You Brung Super Stock, and I think the other 3 that are listed on this flyer are
They're ours.
Nicole's classes. Would be Wild Street, the Street Semis, and the Super Street Semis. That pool starts at 7 p.m. on Friday evening at Delta Mason-Dixon Fair. The next one that I have is Sealands Grove. Snyder County Truck and Tractor Pullers Association is going to truck. Yeah, I did say that right. Truck and Tractor Pullers is going to have their pull at Sealands Grove. July the 13th starts at 6:30 p.m. They will have 12,000 Enhanced Farm, 10.5 Hot Stock, the Mod Turbo Super Farm class, 8,000 2.6 Pro Street trucks, 6,200 Pro Street gas, and Wild Street trucks. That is $10 admission, 12 and under free at Sealands Grove. It's a great group of guys that are doing that show, and I went to West End this weekend. I had a place that I was working at close by, and I was staying about 3 miles from the track, which would have been the best spot to stay if you're going to a pool, but it got rained out. And so Saturday evening, instead of watching the pool, we went for ice cream at Old Mill Creamery, and I got a new favorite ice cream. Could anybody care to guess what the new favorite ice cream is?
Hard to say with you.
Used to be Yoder's Black Raspberry or Lap Valley Farms Coconut, but now it's Old Mill Creamery Peanut Butter Oreo.
Ah, boy, there you go.
Peanut butter Oreo ice cream. I'm telling you, it's
Yes,
a 10.
indeedy.
My wife got a little bit and she left me taste it, and I was instantly hooked. So I walked back in and bought a whole gallon to bring home.
Wow.
Next one that I have is Keystone Large Car Mag Truck Pull, hosted by Beast of the East Truck Pulls at Lebanon Valley Expo Center. This is a pull that we're doing for the truck show. It's going to be on July the 13th. Gates open at 10 a.m. for the main truck show. It'll be listed on Facebook. You can get more information at Keystone Large Car Magnats on Facebook. The truck pulls are going to be starting at 7 p.m. We'll have street gas, Pro Street gas, Wild Street diesel, street semi-electronic, and street semi-mechanical. And we're working right now. I think there's going to be a possibility of a farm stock tractor class coming in. So when that materializes, we'll put more info out. For rules, you can go on beastoftheeastpulls.com or Beast of the East Pulls on Facebook. I don't have anything else right now.
Oh, that's hard work, ain't it, Dwayne?
I was just thinking, I forgot to put the interstate stuff on. You have the interstate stuff.
I was getting ready to go dig that up. I can do that real quick.
If you do the East Coast stuff, I'll pull it up while you do East Coast.
Yep. Yeah, it should be right on their front page, actually.
Yep.
Anyway, yeah, we East Coast will be back on July 13th at the Mason-Dixon Fair. There we go. Little flyer I designed about a month ago for Davy Baby. But anyway, East Coast Pro Bowling, July 13th, 7 p.m. at the Mason-Dixon Fair with the East Coast Diesel 4x4 trucks, the ABC York 466 Hot Farm tractors, and the limited Pro Stock semi sponsored by Dave Greek's shop, and which is Susquehanna Truck Service, as you can see on the flyer there. We also want to thank DXI, a local contractor here in the county, and the 6988 Delta Road in Delta, Pennsylvania, 17314 for you GPS users at Mason-Dixon Fairgrounds. Always a great crowd. Carnival there, something for everybody in the family. There's livestock there as well, and the tents and stuff. So by all means, come out and support it. We appreciate it. Again, July 13th, that's next Saturday, 7 p.m. Then we roll in July 19th. We go to Eastern Maryland for the Tuckahoe Steam and Gas Association truck and tractor pull with the modified tractors, modified 4x4 trucks, East Coast Diesel 4x4 trucks. Let's see, the ABC York Hot Farm tractors, light Pro Stock tractors, and the limited Pro Stock semis will be on hand. That's big night of classes there. July 24th, we roll into the Lebanon Area Fair in Lebanon, Pennsylvania. It's not that I can't read. It's kind of dark. I got to fix up a light here where I can see what I'm doing. Anyway, July 24th, again, Lebanon Area Fair, four-wheel drive, modified four-wheel drive trucks, the Weimer Fuel and Turbo, Super Stock Pro Stock tractors, ABC York Hot Farm tractors, East Coast Diesel four-wheel drive trucks, and the limited Pro Stock semis will be on hand there. July 25th, again, at 7:30 on the 24th. 25th at 7:30 will be the rain date for those classes for the Lebanon Area Fair truck and tractor pull. July 26th, Nicole, where are we going?
Harford County.
Harford County, man. We're back in Bel Air, Maryland. I haven't been there for over 2 years. For 2 years ago, because of that COVID thing I ended up with. And last year, I was still trying to walk again. So, anyway, July 26th, yeah, we roll into Harford County Farm Fair, 7 p.m. for the modified tractors, the ABC York Hot Farm tractors, East Coast Diesel four-wheel drive trucks, and the limited Pro Stock semis, 7 p.m. the 26th, and also Saturday night the 27th at Harford County Farm Fair at 7 p.m. Those same classes will also be on hand. So 2 nights of pulling this year in Harford County at Bel Air, Maryland. Also Friday night, July 26th, Fishersville, Virginia, which is actually where I'll probably be the first night of Bel Air, but I'll be up for Saturday. Fishersville, Virginia, modified 4x4 trucks, Pro Stock 4x4 trucks, and the Weimer Fuel and Turbo Super Stock Pro Stock tractors will be on hand. Again, that's July 26th at Fishersville. I am not sure of a start time there. I apologize for that, but we'll be getting that for you for the next show. July 30th, we roll into the Schuylkill County Fair in Summit Station, Pennsylvania. 7 p.m. pool time. East Coast Diesel 4x4 trucks, the ABC York Hot Farm tractors, modified four-wheel drive trucks, and the limited Pro Stock semis. 4 big classes there. July 30th, 7 p.m. Schuylkill County Fair. And that rolls out to the end of July, and we won't get into August because it gets really busy. Really busy, man. So we got plenty of pulling coming up if Mother Nature would just get on our side and stick with us. So I know we need to rain. Let it rain other than pool nights, please. So that's all I really have. I usually am preparing for stuff right before the show. Somebody fell asleep today. I won't say who this evening. So. But anyway, got a lot of yard work done. I still got a lot more to do, but that's a full-time job around. It's more than one full-time job around here anymore. So, but anyway, that Mason-Dixon Fair, come out here next Saturday. By all means, come support it. Nicole demands it.
No.
Yes, you do. We got to blame you for something.
I can do it. I have nothing to do with that. I'm Thursday night and part of Friday. That's it.
Okay.
I don't know.
She's part of Friday, and that's it. And if you ain't got an antique tractor, she ain't worried about you. So.
Nope.
Well, people with the name Morrison seem to have a lot going on with everything
Yes.
going on down there. They're in the top results most of the time, and they got all the pulls going on down there. So
Just don't make you mad.
good
She'll
deal.
send you out of the country.
You're going to Ireland if you don't behave. You're going to go for
I would
what do they
probably fit
call it?
right in case you can't tell.
Going for bangers and mash and baked beans for breakfast.
Absolutely. Top of the morning to you.
Anyway, I got a couple here to
Mhm.
do a shout out for yet.
Good.
Shippensburg, there's going to be a Friday night and a Saturday night truck and tractor pulling, July the 5th and July the 6th. Gates open at 7. Gates open at 4. Pulling begins at 7. Admission is $15. 5 through 11, 8, 4 and under free. On Friday, July the 5th, it's Pro Stock, Super Stock tractors, Light Pro, Limited Pro, Super Stock 4x4 trucks, and modified two-wheel drive trucks. On Saturday night, it will be the same 4 classes: Pro Stock, Super Stock, Light Pro, Limited Pro, Super Stock 4x4 trucks, and modified two-wheel drives. On both nights, there will be food for the pullers. Get a puller and a helper or pit crew or partner in, and they will have Smith barbecue chicken, hamburgers, hot dogs, and more. Then on to the, make sure I have this right. Gotta flip this over.
We'll make an hour.
Interstate on July the 6th, Jefferson County, Kearneysville, West Virginia, 7,700 light limited, 6,000 classics, 8,500 wild street, 13.5 farm stock, 8,000 street diesel, 6,500 pound open, 7,000 street gas and dirt drags. I think it's $12, 12 and under free. On the same night, July the 6th, is Woodstock, Virginia. See if I can read this properly. 5 p.m. Interstate, 13,000 farm tractors, street legals, 10,000 pro farm, 8,500 mod turbo, 7,800 modifieds, 4,500 small blocks, and 11,000 hot farm. $12 admission, 12 and under free. On July the 8th, on a Monday, Franklin County is
Busy, to say the
yeah,
least. Yeah,
a lot
they are
of Franklin
busy.
County here. There's 4 of them. So the first one is Monday, 7 p.m. start time, $5 carload, $20 hook fee, 1850 small block minis, 2050 big block minis, 4,500 small block trucks, 11,000 hot farm, 6,200 two-wheel drive trucks, and 6,500 wild street diesel 4x4. On Wednesday, 6 p.m. start time at Franklin County, antique tractors, 9,500 farm stock, 8 mile per hour, 13.5 farm stock, 12 mile per hour. Thursday night is garden tractor pulls starting at 6 p.m. On Friday night is the same thing again, $20 carload, $20 hook fee, 7,800 modifieds, 8,500 mod turbo, 10,000 pro farm, 7,700 light limited, and the 22,000 hot street semi. You must have your own hitch. And there's a couple more coming up, but I think we'll hit them next week. There's more on the schedule, but okay.
You got time. You got time.
I don't understand their schedule, but anyway, they have one on for 7/16, July the 16th at Boonsboro. They have classes due to be determined in red, but it says 7,700 light limited, 8,500 mod turbo, 4,500 modifieds, and 78 modifieds. So I'm not 100% sure at Washington County.
Yeah, that's probably Western Maryland pullers. Yeah.
Okay.
Part of the state, I believe.
On July the 19th, they're going to be at Lycoming County Fair in Hughesville. Starts at 6 p.m. Says $6 admission. 7,800 modifieds, 8,500 mod turbo, 10,000 pro farm, and 7,700 light limited turbo. And July the 20th, starting at 7 p.m., Buck Motorsports, $18 admission, $10 5 through 12, and 5 and under free. And the interstate class will be 6,200 two-wheel drive. So on July the 20th, Shippensburg Community Fair. July the 20th, Shippensburg Community Fair, $10. Admission $5 to $8. That would be a Saturday. 1,900 small block minis, 2,050 small big block minis, 4,500 small block trucks, street diesel, and dirt drags. $20 entry. That's Saturday. Monday, July the 22nd, $8 carload at the fair. Dirt drags, 9,500 9,500 turbo farm stock, 8,000 street stock four-wheel drive trucks. Tuesday is a pedal pull. Wednesday, antique and farm stock classes. Thursday, I missed it. Thursday is Plainfield, PA, $6 admission, 7,800 modifieds, 8,500 mod turbo, 6,200 two-wheel drive trucks. And also Thursday at Shippensburg Community Fair Farm Stock Pool. July the 26th, $8 carload Friday evening, 4,500 small block trucks, 8,500 mod turbos, and then there will be pull-off production classes, which are light limited pro, hot farm, and limited pro 3.0 trucks. On July the 27th, $8 carload at Shippensburg Community Fair, 8,500 mod turbo, 8,500 wild street, dirt drag shootout, $20 entry. Anyway, that's where I'm going to stop.
Okay. Plenty going on, plenty to go see.
A lot of stuff. Hopefully, Kendra knows all her stuff and doesn't make any mistakes. I have to try to decipher.
I'm sure she'll give you kudos for doing a good job. Somebody had to do it. Yep. Oh, good. As I always say, get out and support your local fair. Get out and support your local pool. Help these promoters out. Right, Nick? Get them done. Get your butt out there. Buy some food. Support your local people. So we can have truck and tractor pulling again next year. Where you want to go. Go to all of them.
New people this year at ours.
What's that?
We had a lot of new people at Fallen Grove this year.
Awesome. Well, it's going to continue to happen as that pool's going to grow.
That's what we want.
You might have to make new pits somewhere.
Yeah.
You got room. It depends on what's going on.
It depends if people know how to park too.
Yeah. Well, if you have people there assigned that will stay there and do the job, it's easier. Yeah, it's going to be a cool place. I've been there before for a pool. It's pretty decent.
I know we've never had Kraus in there. We never had speed boards. We had the videos.
Yeah.
We're moving up in the world.
Moving up.
How did the video?
Good for Fallen Grove.
Who did the videos?
The guy that was at your pool.
Yeah.
Robert, I think's his name.
Oh, Robert was there. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah.
Awesome.
He came down both days for us.
Nice.
Cool. Very good.
Good deal.
Okay.
It's really moving up there. The next thing you know, you'll have a huge social media following, and it's going to be
That's when the complaints really start happening.
Then we're going to have to.
We had enough. We had enough of that.
Robert's on there. He did meet a lot of new people.
A lot of new people. You bet.
Mm-hmm.
Good deal.
That's awesome. I would have been there, but it's a lot closer. It's a lot closer to home. I can tell you that.
Yeah, it is.
It's a 10-minute ride for me. So
I know the hot farm guys. They wanted it to rain out there so they could stay home too.
Yeah. Boonsboro won that one. That's fine.
Yeah.
They
Well,
needed it after the first.
Boonsboro didn't need to be rained out twice in a row. That's kind of a
No.
tough one to overcome, especially in
Yeah.
a big pool like that.
We were nonstop watching the weather on all of our phones and just hoping to God we didn't get no rain until afterwards, and that's what happened. And
I remember
Sunday worked the track in, and it was a great track. We had a track. The track was better Sunday than it was for Saturday, but we also got rain, so that kind of helped.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember somebody else. It was one night worried about the weather, and it rained and it stopped, and still a lot of pulling to go yet. And I said, just quit watching the phone and get her done, Duane. And what happened? We got her done, but boy, did we get her done in time. Woo!
Yeah.
I left Lebanon, and me and Mike left Lebanon, and I got, a couple miles down the road, and I had to pull off in the service center. I couldn't see the drivers rain so hard.
It got pretty bad Saturday night. We were watching the clouds start to twirl around to the right of Palm Grove over that farm. And we're like, yeah, we're out. We're done. Let's all go.
Yeah. Yeah, we drove 2 hours in that crap coming from Boonsboro, so it poured rain.
I left.
Well, not that stuff was already there, but there was more coming. Trust me, we were running through it.
We had rain Sunday morning a little bit, but we just did the track really well and started a little bit later, and then we were fine, good to go.
Okay,
good deal.
Robert said he'd be at your truck show.
Nice. I left Laurelton around 1:00 on Sunday afternoon, and this massive storm was coming across the mountains, and I hightailed it. Out of there. I got down 104 and managed to beat the rain. I got down on the turnpike, and I was shooting down the turnpike to Denver, and I drove in the back of a massive thunderstorm, and I was in an hour of windshield wipers on high, barely seeing 15 feet in front of me for almost an hour traveling with this storm. I'm telling you, that was probably the worst weather I've ever driven in on the turnpike. It was terrible.
Oh, yeah. Turnpike, i.e., that tells you Denver, PA, not Colorado. So.
Yeah.
Colorado. Excuse me. I get corrected all the time, Colorado.
Look at that little cutie. Where'd she come from? They just come in from the woodwork in the sides.
You can run around the playground.
Nice.
Yeah. Well, we made 53 minutes. I'm happy. Everybody's happy, and I'm tired. So,
good deal.
Yeah. Get out, support these people. I haven't looked at the weather towards the weekend yet. Happy 4th of July to everyone before we do sign off. Be safe. Enjoy your family. Remember the reason. Thank our military families for sure, 100%. Appreciate your appreciate everybody's service. I'm not sure if I'm going to try to go pulling Saturday. If I do it, I'm thinking I'm leaning towards Woodstock maybe. But I have a list. Yay. Actually, the camera's not wide enough to show of stuff to get done here. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. The weekends off are nice, but I need to go pulling too. But I got a lot of stuff to do here. So I'm not sure what we'll do yet. Not sure.
I got a little public service announcement on Eastern Extreme Pulling is if you put off explosive this weekend, be careful. Don't blow your fingers or your heads off.
Oh my goodness. So you were aware of that stuff that was going on last night. Oh my.
My neighbors are doing something. I have no idea, but it makes the house windows rattle every time they put it off, and they started tonight already. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I've got them here everywhere, behind us, beside us, but they're far enough away. It's not too obtrusive. But
I think it might be tannerite. I'm not sure, but it really rattles the windows.
Yeah, it's ironic you brought that up because on our show last night, we started off with the main subject of the show, and then I took a break and cut the camera off, and I let the other guy run the show, and I walked into another room. By the time I got to the other TV that Cindy was watching, they were talking about some guy getting his hand blown off with a grenade and stuff. I'm like, where'd that come from? You said that, and I thought that reminded me of last night.
Well,
but anyway,
we all get kind of daring when 4th of July rolls around because we put off explosives. Plus, we have a good time, and if you have too good of a time, you get careless.
Yeah, including beverages that are always not a good idea with that kind of stuff, but people just do it. So
The boys and I
That's
took a
all.
little cruise down the road last night, and when we went to check out, it was about twice as much as what the budget allowed for. So we had to pay a little bit with cash, so Mama didn't find out how much we actually spent.
I hope Mama don't watch this show.
I
hope she does, but I hope she doesn't.
I hope she can't hear me say that from this area of the house.
Well, we got a lot of views in a little bit of time we've been on, and only 5 likes and hearts. Come on, guys! Like, subscribe, share. That kind of stuff keeps the algorithm going, keeps pulling videos live here every week. So makes YouTube happy, keeps us happy. So please like, subscribe, share. I'm sure I won't have any results unless I go pulling somewhere, but I'm going to go ahead and say we'll have a show next Wednesday, but we'll see. It's going to be up to anybody that's going pulling other than me, because I may not get to anywhere this weekend.
Anyway, here's a good one yet, just for funnies. Things that you should not call 911 on 4th of July. If people are setting off fireworks, if firework debris lands in your yard, if your wife is too upset to sleep, or if your cat is upset and is hiding under the couch. Things that you should call 911 on: if people just set their house on fire, if body parts are landing in your yard, if your wife won't wake up, or if your cat is shooting back.
Yeah, I've got one of them that might do that. I'm going to vote for all the above.
Oh, that's funny.
Definitely. That's hilarious. Yeah, you're right, David Kaufman. Happy 4th of July to everybody. Nicole, thank you for taking a few brief minutes there and giving us some
You're
good
welcome.
results. I'm glad to hear that it was a success at Phone Grove. That's good to go for the future.
We're glad to bring it back.
Yep. Awesome. There you go. Put Phone Grove, Pennsylvania on your map, and look for schedules coming up for more pools there. So cool deal. Dwayne, thank you.
Yep. We got a big one coming up, but I'm not quite ready for that yet.
You sure?
I got to work out all the details.
Yeah. I get it. It's more work than people understand, believe me. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, we're gonna get out of here. We're close enough. We're within a minute and a half of 1 hour. So thanks for tuning in. Again, we're going to shoot for next Wednesday at 8 p.m. And have a great 4th of July. Be safe. And hopefully we'll see you next week. Get out. Let's go to a tractor pull this weekend. Support your fairs.
See you, everyone.
Thank you.
See ya.